Hello everyone, I'm Robin and these are my reflections. And today we have a deck haul. We are talking about decks that I got here in my collection for either gifts, they were given to me as gifts, or the giveaways that I won. Decks I haven't had a chance to share yet, and we're going to talk about them here today all at once. I love a haul, so that's what we're going to do. Let's take a look at some of these fantastic decks that have come into my collection. As always with the hauls, we're going to go through them relatively quickly. Normally I take more time with the decks, but because we're going through quite a few decks at once, I'm going to go through them pretty quickly. If you see anything here that you want to see more of, let me know in the comments below. If you see anything you would like to purchase for yourself, as always, those links will be in the description box below. I always use Amazon affiliate links for anything mass market. So if you do purchase from Amazon, I love it when you guys use those links. It helps me, gives me just a couple of cents, doesn't cost you a thing. So those links will be down below. And one other thing that I wanted to say, people have asked me a few times what this is, my background. This is from Superlunaris website. If you know the Superlunaris Tarot, the company, they have a Etsy site and also a website, I believe. And I got this from their Etsy site. I think you can also buy it from their regular website if you're not shopping on Etsy. So that's where I got this background. In case you're this cloth here that's the background of my videos. In case anybody was wondering. All right, let's get started. Let's start with decks from you guys. Oh my goodness, this one was sent to me from Selena at Essence of the Moon. She has a YouTube channel here. She sent this to me. I don't know if she saw this on my wish list. It had been on there for years and was like, why don't you have this yet? So she sent it to me and I love this deck. I've been using it like crazy. As you can see, I have not I think I might have looked in this guidebook one time, but the cards I've been using like crazy. They don't really need a guidebook. They have lots of keywords on them. And I just really enjoy this. And I am so grateful. Thank you, Selena, for sending this to me. You guys are fantastic. You guys send decks and you send comments and super chats and all kinds of things that are lovely, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So this look at this. This is right up my alley. I love a white background with pops of color. Black and white with pops of color is my thing. I really enjoy decks like this. I love the shape of this. I didn't think I would like that, but I actually really love it. I like the way they fit together like a little puzzle. The keywords are fantastic. They really, really resonate with every reading that I've put them with. So I really enjoy this deck. It's a little bit smaller than a normal tarot deck, so it's really easy for me to shuffle because I have small hands. It's perfect. It's a perfect oracle deck for me. So if you are new to TarotTube and you haven't seen this deck, because I know most of us who've been here for a while have seen it a million times, but if you're new to TarotTube and you haven't seen this one, this is a deck called the Citadel Oracle, and it is an archetype deck. It was built for people to use it for role-playing games like tabletop games, but it's also built to be an oracle deck as well. So you have your archetypes: champion, the assassin, the king, the orator, the alchemist, the warrior. But then there's also these keywords underneath. So for champion, you've got achievement and downfall. For the king, you have control or reversal of fortune. For assassin, you have ruthlessness or conviction. And then for the alchemist here, balance, invention, destruction. These keywords are really, really great for clarifying a reading, for using if you're doing a reading for yourself, facets of self, also dealing with other people. Any kind of reading where there's another person involved aside from the person that you're reading for, whether that be yourself or a querent. These are fantastic for that. And they read really well, very clearly. The imagery is clear. The keywords are clear. And also there's the elemental glyphs on the decks that you can see here above the archetypes. So lots to take from the deck. It's just really a fantastic oracle deck in general. One of the best out there on the mass market, I think, in my opinion. And this is one of the easiest to use right out of the box. Best oracle decks I have in my collection. So highly recommend. This is the Citadel Oracle by Finn Inkwright. It says Finn, but I'm not sure. I heard people say it was Fez. I don't know if that's a misprint or if Fez was the misprint, but either way, you can buy this one from Sterling Ethos or on Amazon. But I just am really appreciative. Thank you, Selena, for sending this over to me. Love this deck. Have been using it quite a bit. And if you've been on my Instagram, you probably have seen that. But yeah, haven't showed it on the channel yet. So that's my review of the Citadel. Somebody was asking me about that. So there we go. Next up are a couple of decks that were sent to me from a YouTube friend who will remain nameless. Sometimes people don't want to be named. You know what I mean? Sometimes YouTube and Instagram and all that are very public spaces. I can understand when people don't want to be named, and I try to respect that. But these were sent over from a subscriber, and I really appreciate it. If you see this, I have been loving, well, I already had this one, so I actually re-gifted the one that she gave me, but I'm going to show it here today anyway. And this one I have been loving, and this one I am head over heels for, so very excited about this. She always sends me stuff that I don't even know I'm going to like, and then she's like, no, I think you're going to like this. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm like, I love it. I don't know how she always knows what I'm going to like. So let's start with Tarot Vintage. At the beginning of the year, I was using the Marseille Vintage a lot. Love this low-key color palette. And it's quiet and it whispers and it's soft. And I love that about it. And she saw that I was using it quite a bit and was like, do you have the Tarot Vintage? And I was like, no, I don't have it. And she said, I want to send it to you. I was like, oh, thank you. I was always curious about it, you know? And oh my goodness, it's wonderful. I have been enjoying this. It has a different vibe to it than the Marseille deck. The Marseille deck is it's quiet and it whispers, but it's like a little kid whisper, you know, like there's a lot of questions, a lot of answers, a lot of chatter, but at a quiet level. This one is very serene. This one is almost like a high priestess vibe, you know, like you got to get those messages through a sort of softer approach. But I love the colors, especially these blues that they chose. That sort of gray blue with this ice blue. These are just really gorgeous. And one of the things I really enjoy about these vintage tarots, both of them, is that on the backs you'll see that they distress the cards all in the same place, which is normally when you buy one of these mass market vintage decks, that's what you get, right? But on the front, they actually took the time to put the distress all in different places, as you can see. So it just gives it another layer of depth when they're laid out that just looks really great on the table. So thank you, if you see this, for sending this one over to me. I really enjoy it, but you knew that I would because you know me. You always send things that I just love. This speaking of things that I just love, she sent a copy of this. I actually have this deck. This is my copy because I gave the other one to my mom. But this is the Numinous Astro deck. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check out a walkthrough of this one. It's great. It's a fantastic astrology deck that has a lot of information written right on the cards. I also like the little collaged images that kind of give more information as well. And the guidebook is really great for building your own chart. These are the backs. The guidebook is really great for building your chart and understanding how to do that and what everything includes. There you go. So you can see what's in it. And the guidebook is really, this is from Sterling Ethos as well, which is the same people who did the Citadel Oracle, or the same people who now publish the Citadel Oracle. So yeah, that's the Numinous Astro. And finally, from the same person at a different time, this one. Oh my goodness. So she messaged me and said, I have the Peculiar Pathways. I'm not really vibing with it. Would you like it? I was like, I don't know. I've been wondering about it myself. I think it's stunning. I've always thought it was beautiful, but I was worried about the amount of insects that would be in the deck because it's a nature deck. And I can't work with decks with insects in it. They scare me. She offered to send this. I was really grateful because I was like, I really do want to try to see, because sometimes like illustrations of insects don't scare me depending on how they're illustrated. Like this snail doesn't scare me, but I've had like someone sent me like a crystal at one point that was a snail, and it terrified me. I couldn't keep it around. I ended up rehoming it. So I figured what I'll do is, I will take it, and if I don't like it, I'll rehome it. I'll pass it along just like she passed it to me. But this one is stopping right here with me. I'm not afraid of the imagery, and it is stunning, and it reads so well. The choices that she made for the the symbolism that she chose to actually put on the cards is spot on the way that I read. It really resonates with the way that I read, and also I like I said, I like black and white with pops of color. So this is right up my alley for a deck, and it came with a fantastic guidebook. So I'm excited to be doing a deep dive with this at some point this summer. Thank you so much for this one as well. I just really I'm obsessed with this right here. And I it's sometimes you have to take a chance, right? I was worried, but when she offered to send it, I almost felt like it was the universe saying, take a chance on this one. And I'm so glad that I did. So, The Peculiar Pathways Tarot by Lennox Reese. This is my first Lennox Reese deck. Look at those scrumptious backs. That's the word, like scrumptious, right? It feels like a meal. Speaking of gifts from the universe, this was not a gift. I actually bought this, but this is a Sistine Tarot, in case you're wondering. It is out of print now. Very, very difficult to get a copy of. The person who allowed me to purchase this from them sold it to me at cost. So I felt like that was a gift from the universe because I was really certain that I would never have this deck. I was so certain that I would never have it. And I'm so excited to now have it. I've been working with it a little bit, and I am here for Rose Bay's collage art style. I like that she chooses maybe 4 or 5 elements to collage on the card, and then there's space to kind of think about that. That works for my brain because sometimes collage decks can be a little cluttered for my brain. Not cluttered for people who like collage that has a lot of layers, but for my brain, I like less layers in a collage deck. And this is perfect for me. I think we think similarly about the cards and the way we read with the cards. So it works for me, like the choices that she made. And it's just beautiful. And I really love the backs of this with the Genesis page, the illuminated Genesis page. This is fantastic. What a back, right? What a back. I mean, if there was there's a tag out there about backs. This deck is, I'm certain, since its creation is probably in that every video for that tag. But this is the Sistine Tarot. I won't harp on it since it's so out of print. And my final gift from the universe that just dropped out of the sky. This was sent to me. I don't know who sent this. It didn't come with any. It didn't come with like any message or anything in the box, in the bag that it came in, and it didn't come. It just came like on my doorstep. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about this, but I appreciate it. If you see this and you sent it, thank you. I am very intrigued by this. I never even knew this existed. This is the Claude Monet Impressionism Art Tarot. I've never even heard of this, but I do love an art tarot deck. So I'm excited to go through. I'm just going to keep it in order because I want to go through card by card to see if the artwork resonates with me and if I think I can read with it. Thank you for sending this. I never heard of it. If you've heard of this deck, let me know what you know about it. I've never heard of this one, but I mean, this Lovers makes sense to me. And I was looking at some of them and I was like, oh, so we have the Ace of Cups, okay, and then the Two of Cups. We have 2 boats here. They look like they've, touched hulls. And this Three of Cups, we have a picnic in the water, beautiful. The Four of Cups, very distant. The gray and ochre in this makes me feel sad. So I'm thinking, I mean, that's a Five of Cups. That's definitely, more for grief we can see, but this also makes me feel a little sad and despondent, which I guess works for the Four of Cups if you read it that way. Six of Cups, Seven of Cups. Okay. This one feels open and free, right? So if you're really trying to like just make it out of there, even this water looks darker as if you're going out to sea. And I don't know what's going on there. Is that a rocket or is that a bird? I don't know. But so we have the Nine of Cups, and here's the Ten of Cups. It looks like we're in a family's estate, maybe. the lake behind the family's estate, the Page of Cups, the Knight. What are they doing? Chasing a butterfly or something? The Queen of Cups. Yeah. And then the King. Yeah. I think I'm gonna be able to vibe with this. I was I'm really excited about there's the Mindscapes Tarot is coming in a full deck from Hay House this year. I think it's coming in July. I'm really excited about that, but until I get that, I think I'm gonna try to use this spring. It's perfect for the spring. And thank you to whoever sent it. This is the Claude Monet Impressionist Art Tarot. If you don't want to say anything in the comments, you can DM me directly just so that I can thank you. Or if you don't want to do that, that's okay too. It's up to you. I want a giveaway on Instagram, and I can't remember who because it was so long ago, and it took them a while to send it, maybe like 5 months, and then it finally arrived. So I can't really remember who, but I'll find that and put it here on the screen for you, so you can see who sent the decks and the book and the deck. And it was the Angel Numbers book, which I have been loving. It has all the numbers in with little interpretations. So I love that. Love having that on my shelf. And then the Talking to Heaven mediumship cards, which I actually have never used. I haven't used them yet, but I'm excited to have them because sometimes I do mediumship readings. Not often, but sometimes I do. And when I am ready to do a mediumship reading, I'm going to be trying to use this deck. So it just has messages from whoever you're reading to trying to connect with. So it says, there is no such thing as death. I'm learning over here. I'm not dead. I'm so much better now. And then it comes with a guidebook, that just kind of elaborates on that a little bit. Yeah, so I'm interested in trying it and seeing how it works. I do have other decks like this that are like messages from the person. Like I have some for love readings, and I have another deck called Spiritual News, and I also have an ancestral message deck that is messages from that person as if they're talking to you. So this will be one more in that collection. I think this will be maybe like number 4 of those types of decks that I have. But this is the only one that I have that came with a guidebook. So that'll be interesting to have something to elaborate on the message a little bit when I'm doing the readings. So that's the Talking to Heaven and the Angels Numbers book. Angel Numbers book. I can't get it out. Angel Numbers book. So I don't read tarot professionally. I do tarot readings for people for free. I never charge, but sometimes people do send me things. They send me decks and other things as well. So when they send me decks, I'm very appreciative as always. I love it. Everybody knows I love decks. You know, it's an easy gift for me. I'm easy to buy for. Like I love a deck. So this is the rest of the decks I'm going to show here today are decks that came in that way. So this is the Divine Deco Tarot. Some of them were on my wish list. Some of them were not. Sometimes people take a chance and buy me things that are not on my wish list. This is interesting. I do like Art Deco. So we have the Ace of Swords. I'm just going to put them down here so you can see them. So we have the Seven of Swords. Here's the Devil card. The artwork on this is Deco, but they're almost like dancing. I don't know what's going on in this deck. I've never seen this before, but it's interesting. And I have a few other Deco style Oracle decks that I want to try this with at some point. I've had this for a couple of months now and I haven't used it, but maybe 3 times. Usually when somebody sends me a deck, I try to use it to read for them. So I have used it to read for the person who sent it to me, but other than that, I haven't really given it a whirl for myself or for anything else. Look at that. That's pretty. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. But I think it's fun. I like all the patterns. It's fun. It's different. It's something different in my collection. So here's the King of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. What is this? The Four of Cups? Yeah, the Four of Cups. There's no number on that, but I can see 4 cups there, so that's fine. The Fool, the Five of Cups. Yeah, this one has a number. The Magician. That's fun. They all look like they're dancing, which I kind of am here for. I love a deck with a lot of movement. So this is fun. Look at that. Yeah, I the more I look at it card by card, the more I like it. When I first opened it, I thought it was a little, I don't know, something about the color palette wasn't really my jam, but maybe that was because of the time of year. Now I'm feeling it. I don't know, but I like it. It's cool and it's new in my collection, and I'm excited to kind of. I really want to give it more of a chance to. I want to use it more. You know what I mean? Like I want to use it outside of just like one or two readings here or there. I think I'm gonna make it a priority to use this more. Look at that death card. That's fun. Look at that. That's really nice. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna make it a priority to use this more. I like that they're dancing, and I feel like I could use this for moving forward. Uh, readings where I'm trying to discern the best way forward. That could be fun. Those are the backs. I think I showed them, but here you go. Next up is the Sky Wisdom. This came in last year sometime. I have not opened it. This is what happens when things come in off season. I do use my deck seasonally, and I had this on my wish list. I did, and they sent it from my wish list. This is not anybody's fault but my own, except that I should have seasonal wish lists because because it came in and I was like, that's too spring, and I put it away and I forgot all about it. And when I was cleaning out my spring, when I was bringing out all of my spring decks, I was like, oh, Sky Wisdom. So yeah, this is out now and I'm going to be using it. I have not used it. I shuffled it and laid out a couple cards. So what we have here are 4 suits. Each suit has a different back. If you've seen these decks before, there's an earth one and a water, sea, soul journeys, I think it's called, and earth blessings. And this one is Sky Wisdom. This company, I think, has gone out of business now. So I don't know if we're going to get the fire deck, which is kind of sad. Does make me shed a little tear. This one is very different from the other decks as well, in that the other decks have like a little blessing on the bottom. In this one, you don't get the blessing on the bottom, but there is a blessing in the guidebook. So let me find Sky. Okay, so the aspiration is, may you be the sky and accept the weather. So I think what I might do if I do decide I want to use this, I'm going to use it a little bit with the guidebook and just read from the book. And if I do decide I want to keep this, I'm going to write all of the aspirations on the card so that they match up with my other deck where there's aspirations on the cards. And I don't have to go in the guidebook to find those whenever I use them. But from looking at this just briefly, it doesn't feel as strong as the other deck. So we'll see. We'll see. I haven't used it yet, so I can't really say. But just for my brief assessment, that's what I got. So those are the backs because they all have different backs. And that is the Sky Wisdom Oracle cards. This is a Spirit in Flowers Oracle deck by Jillian Kemp. I've been through such a journey with this deck, and long story short, I'm keeping it. I do love the keywords on it, and the book is fantastic. I don't love the artwork. It's not really jiving for me, and I think when I first pulled it out of the box, I wanted these colors to mean something, but they don't feel like they do. I don't know if I'm missing something. Let me know, but I don't know too much about plants, and maybe that's why I feel like the pictures are taking up a lot of real estate and they don't mean much to me because I don't know enough about plants. That being said, they read really well with the keywords. Just I can just set tarot cards with them and they read really well and they look pretty, I guess. So I'm keeping them for now. And here are the backs. And I hate to say it, but I'm not a fan of those either. I don't know, something about the artwork, but the keywords are fantastic. So we've got adore, education, sleep, admiration, swiftness, determination, rejuvenation, intelligence, recollection, ambition, renewal, integrity. What's under here? Strength. So, yeah, really, really good, solid keywords for clarifying something, for getting to the bottom of things, and also just for general. What can I focus on today? I'm going to focus on healing today. I'm going to focus on my well-being today. I'm going to focus on predictions today. I want to focus on what the things that I'm remembering today. Recollections, love is my focus for this month or for today. Reflection. And I think these would make great altar cards if you like the artwork as well, because you can put them up and just remember geraniums, and divination for the month, you know? Um, There's lots of really great information in the guidebook. I'll just give you a peek. No, it's not even in here. I'm like, oh, where's the guidebook? Because I've been using the deck. I've been using it, y'all. It's over here. Hang on. Okay. So I've been using this deck, and it is just so you can read the guidebook for yourself if you're interested. You can take a screenshot. On this one, you have a little bit about the language of color. Some of them don't. Some of them have like a spell or a superstition or a try this. They're all a little different, but really, really good amount of information. These Chico books, guidebooks, always have wonderful guidebooks. I mean, they just do. You know, I have a bird deck from them, and the guidebook is fantastic. So the consensus is I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it at least long enough to use it through this spring and summer and see how it goes. But so far, I'm really kind of falling for it, y'all. Even though the artwork is not really my jam, I'm really liking using the deck. And in use, it works for me. So there's that. You know, sometimes it happens that way. And that's the Spirits and Flowers Oracle deck. This is the Beauty and the Soul Oracle by Beauty and the Soul, illustrated by Danielle Baudu Fortune or Fortuna. I don't know how to say her last name, but if you know the Earthcraft Oracle, it's the same artist. And this is by the same creator as, what is the name of that little love deck that we love? That most of us who have it love. It reads so well. Let me find it. This one, the Tales from the Heart Oracle. And she also did What's the News, which I was talking about earlier when I was talking about the Heaven deck. If that's one of my ancestral message decks or messages from spirit decks. And then she also, there's foiling on this just so you can see, and foiling on the edges. And she also did the Her Oracle or messages from her. And then we're getting a messages from him soon. I'm very excited. This is a major arcana deck with 10 Oracle cards included with it. I think it's 10. And it's very, very powerful and beautiful. And eventually this will be a full tarot deck. And I was waiting for the full tarot deck because I don't typically, let me zoom in. I really love Danielle Baudu Fortune's artwork, and I was waiting for this to be a full deck because I don't buy I just don't buy because I don't use major arcana decks. I have 1,000. I never buy major arcana decks, guys. You know, we have to draw. Everybody has their line, right? And mine is major arcana decks. I feel like I have a bunch of tarot decks and they all have a major arcana, so I can just pull it out if I really want to read with the major arcana. This is the only one in my collection right now, and it has a few extra oracle cards, making it, I want to say it's like 36 cards or 35, or no, maybe it's 32 because it's 22 plus I think 10 oracle. So here you have Strength. Here's our Fool. The artwork is stunning. It's beautiful. Pass Me Not. That's one of the oracles, and it looks like maybe this was an option for the Star card, and then it didn't make it to the Star. This is going to be a full tarot, guys. And when it is, I will be getting it. Here's a Death card. What a Death card, huh? Here's the Emperor. Yeah, so when this is a full tarot deck, I definitely will be purchasing it. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And now, because of a friend of mine, I have this to kind of quench my thirst until that time arrives, and I will be using it because I love a Danielle Baudu Fortune artwork deck. And also, I love Beauty and the Souls decks. Her decks read so well. So I'm very excited to be integrating this one. I've already started using it and it's fantastic. So that is the Beauty and the Soul Oracle. Okay, so these two were sent to me together. And this is the Revealing the Truth Oracle and the Answer Oracle. I actually had the Truth Oracle already. This was not on my wish list. This one was. And I think what happened was she said that, she saw that one, and then they were saying you might also like this one. So she got them both. And I actually am excited that she did, because if you have the original Truth Oracle like I did, the glossy one, they've updated the card stock and they've added some cards. Mine, I think, was only like 50 something cards. And this one is now 78. And so is this one. So both of these are 78 cards. And so we have the Answer Oracle over here and the Truth Oracle, the new one over here. The cardstock isn't that sticky glossy anymore. Now we have nice smooth matte, and it shuffles like a dream. I love it. Much easier to use. And I used my Truth Oracle a lot to read for others. And because this deck is for like sort of uncovering hidden truths, and I use it a lot. She knew that I use this deck a lot, and she saw that they were updating it, so she added it to the bag, and I was so glad that she did, because I was like, oh, I didn't even know that they had a new edition of this. And yes, the cardstock is so much better. It doesn't hurt my hands to shuffle. It's nice, and I've got more cards, so that's wonderful. And this one is a little bit lighter, so I would say this one is like the surface, and this one is like on the surface more. If I had to compare them, there might be a couple of cards that overlap. I'm not sure. I didn't really do a side by side. I'll be using them both in the way that I just said. Like when in a reading, I'll probably pull one for what can I see, and then what's hidden kind of situation. So yeah, that's these, and that's the Truth Oracle, or the Answer Oracle, and the Truth Oracle second edition. And these are the backs for those. I did at one point try to see if the cards overlapped, but it was going to require me to put 78 cards in alphabetical order and then put 78 cards in alphabetical order. And I was like, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing it. So we just gonna use them how we gonna use them. These two came in, all three of these came in together. Well, from the same person, not together. These two came in together, and this one came in at a separate time. But this one, these are my last three. These are also Amazon oracles, same like the ones I just showed, but from a different manufacturer. Empath Soul, I guess they're called. Yeah, these are from Empath Soul, and I'm not sure what this one comes from. I'll put links down below. This one is the Enchanted Path Oracle cards. This one's 54 cards. I like this deck. I use it a lot. It's just a very sweet, like sort of daily vibe, like, deck. The Wings of Empowerment, also 54 cards. I haven't used this one, so I'm really not sure what this is, but the artwork is really pretty. And then this is the Akashic Truth Oracle deck, which I am using now to kind of send people off with these messages. So I used to use angel decks at the end of my reading to give like a closing message, but now I'm going to be using this one for the next few months to see how it goes. It does have very lovely messages, but I will say that all of three of these I think are AI art. So there's that. If you don't like AI art, these aren't going to be for you. This one, the artwork is fun and right up my alley. This one is cute, and I actually saw this deck on, I forget her name, but I'm going to put her channel here on the screen. She did a VR to my cute aggression decks, and she put this deck in it. And I saw that on her channel, and I was like, I have that deck. I haven't been using it, but I have it. So let's just take a look at them one by one. Here are the backs of all of the decks. We have the Enchanted Path. This is the Wings of Empowerment, and this is the Akashic Records Oracle. I think of these three, the one I've been using the most is the Enchanted Path, because, the artwork is right up my alley. I like the messages. Good for daily inspiration. So mindfulness, stay present and aware in the moment. Adventure, embrace new experiences and adventures. Growth, focus on personal and spiritual growth. See your dreams clearly in your mind's eye. Self-love is the foundation of attracting love from others. I like this loose art style and the limited color palette, and I just like this. I like the whole vibe of this deck. So I've definitely been using this one the most. This one I haven't used yet, but I like the artwork, and I feel like it's going to go with quite a few of my tarot decks. Also, I think that the messages on this one are really good for like the advice section of your reading. So what should I do next? Let's just step forward. Each step takes you towards greatness. Unlock your inner potential. Reflect on who you are. Each step brings you closer to your true self. So like, I think that if you like cards that kind of give you something to do, or give you some advice, this is good for that. These are good for that. All three of these. If you don't like that, Because I heard somebody, was it Marlena, that was like, I don't like it when the cards tell me what to do. I think I died. I was like, yeah, I hear you. Sometimes they can get a little bossy. So it says a simple gesture can heal more than words. You are in control of your destiny. We have shield. So that's that one. And this is good for like, just monthly advice or big advice, so this is Akashic record. So we have honor yourself. Recognize the hard work you've put into where you've gotten today. Instead of thinking how far you still have to go, remind yourself of all that you've accomplished and be proud. You're being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities, and staying safe in the known is no longer working for you. It's time to make your world just a little bit bigger. It's time to imagine the possibilities and go for them. Repeating patterns are keeping you from making a new choice in the situation. Break free from old ways of thinking and ask for new insights. These are great for predictive readings or for um, ending your readings. And then also, even if you want to start a reading with this, like if someone's like, what should I work on? What should I work on this month or this week or whatever? You might pull one of these and then pull some tarot cards around it for advice on how to, um, so focus, like a focus section, a focus card. But these cards, these I haven't noticed so much. And this one definitely, all the artwork seems to be very different. But these are a little samey to me. Like, I think it's not just the color palette, because I don't mind a similar color palette, because obviously, but the artwork looks the same. Like, let me just, like this one and this one. You know what I mean? Like, just it looks the same, but just a little bit different. And there's more than one of them in there. Like, I'm gonna just get some examples. I'll be right back. So, for instance, they really echo each other, these artworks, these choices. And sometimes it can be like when you're reading with multiple cards, if you pull all of these at the same time, it could feel a little samey. The messages are very different, but the images look pretty much the same. It's fine if you're not pulling them together, but when you start to pull more than one card at a time, um, sometimes they can be a little, okay, it throws me off. It throws me off. And I just wanted to let people know, in case you were looking at this one, um, to be aware of that. So that is the Akashic Records Oracle. And that's it. Those are all of the gifts and giveaways and all the things that I have received in the last, I would say, about 6 months, that I wanted to share with you guys. So thank you for, oh, this one was mine. Hang on. That one was. Thank you for being here. And let me know what you guys think of the decks. Do you have any of them? Have you been using them? How's it going for you? Check the description box if there's anything you want to pick up that you haven't already, if you're interested. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle. There's too many decks. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to anyone who has ever sent me a deck, to anyone who has ever sent me a super chat, to anyone who is engaging with my channel, who who subscribed, who share the videos, talk about the videos in other spaces. Thank you for all of that. You guys really, really help me out. You help me build this channel. You help me keep my tarot practice going. You help me keep my vibrations high. And I just really, really appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you so much. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.